Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 56. Not a one. Mike 56. All day, every day.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Ready? 6 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Bang, 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 bang. Let's go. Come on. Hayward.
Now on 2nd and 16. Taylor, that one complete to D.D. Westbrook. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Opening drive fumble and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Telvin Smith, he was 3rd in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch out.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 74 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Check.
Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Out right here to Herndon. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by Woods for a Jets touchdown. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Jaguars 0.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This time Taylor will throw. They'll roll him out right. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Catch made. That's the rookie tight end, Josh Oliver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Fournette, a first down carry. Fournette, first down, still going. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, D.J. Hayden. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. A reminder later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A nice little juke.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
New York set to take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side. It's Wilkins. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
A
handoff, Fournette running left. And that'll hurt the a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. There he goes left side. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor to throw again. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Anderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Mike 46. Mike 46. I'm coming for you.
Now Taylor on first down. Flush to his right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
On first down, it's Taylor. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Darnold, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Looking for Woods that time.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And some room to maneuver. 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. Meanwhile, over in Houston, it's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New York set to take the field. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
To
throw is Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
A final shot before the break. Darnold, he completes it to Bryant. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. The 20. And this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the carry, it's Wilkins. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Eight together. Eight together. It's going to be a long trip. It's going to be a long day. 46, boys. 46.
To throw is Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Okay, ready? 46. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Defense wins championships, baby. New Mike 52, Mike 52.
They go play action with Taylor. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw again is Taylor. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 48-yard line.
6 yard line. 6. We want this. It's run, it's run.
Past the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Get ready, man, lady.
Darnold now to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go, son. 44, Mike, 44. Here we go.
On second down, this is Cannon. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Let's get it.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, Charlie. Slam. Here we go.
Now Darnold. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Right there, 56. Man, I got you.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check it back. Hey, lady.
This is Wilkins. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, it's Wilkins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Keep going, El. Keep going.
Now a give, right side. Wilkins. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dez Bryant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point forthcoming. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. It's Taylor. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Faking the give, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Taylor. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 24 yards. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. This is Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go sack. 44, Mike, 44. You better bring it. You better bring it. Let me know right now. You better bring it. Bofo's the man, ain't he? Mike Bofo.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, they'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Bofo's the lady. Mike Bofo. No check. Hey, Delta. Check.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Come on, D.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
A game of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Showing up. Showing up. Yeah. On me. Watch twins. The twins.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
We're going to sign. 44 to Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front of you.
Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, echo.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. One last throw down for Darnold. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 20, 10, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to